Howdy folks, Jimbo back with another Junkyard truck video. I know I've been kind of really working away on this thing, but I've been working through bugs and stuff like that and kind of getting things squared away. I finally got this truck pretty much dialed in, about as far as I can go until I get my Holley Sniper distributor in. So we got this running a few videos ago, and we've been kind of tinkering away at it, just getting certain things squared away. But I wanted to go over one issue that I was having with this Holley Sniper kit, and it wasn't necessarily the fault of the Sniper kit, it was just some things that I did. And one of the issues I was having is it would not start when it was really hot. Or it would start, but it would kind of sputter and die, and it would run super rich. And when I realized what my problem was, and this kind of came up when I was trying to set the idle. I got the idle kind of set where I want it, but I had the throttle plates set at the wrong position. What was happening was I had the throttle plates open just a little too far, and I think the throttle position sensor was seeing that I was putting some throttle input to it, and I think it was adding too much fuel for that throttle input, and that's why it wouldn't start. So I've since adjusted that, and I got the idle as low as I can get it to go until the engine kind of starts to run a little weird. And also check to make sure I don't have any vacuum leaks. I'm going to go over that one more time. Otherwise it makes pretty good vacuum, almost 20 inches vacuum. Yeah, so I made some adjustments, and it seems to start good when it's hot. It doesn't stumble as much. Even when it was kind of cool, it would stumble at first and then catch. But now it's not doing that. So it's I just fired it up a couple minutes ago. It fired up, no problem. So I think I got that adjustment right. So the throttle plate adjustment is very critical. Otherwise it thinks you're trying to rev it up a little bit, and then it, yeah. So I've got that dialed in. I'm running about 13.5 to 14 air-fuel ratio, which I think is about as good as it's going to get. I did play around with some different tunes as far as like putting a different engine displacement in. I thought at first maybe the 306 tune was too much, so I put a 302 tune in it, and it did not like that. In fact, it would die most of the time, so you'd have to put it back in gear and start the engine back up that way. So I put it back to the original tune that I set up when we first put the EFI on, which is a 306 stock mild cam with of course 8 cylinders, HEI ignition system, and it runs great. It's got great power, scoots pretty good, starts up pretty decent. My cooling fans are working as needed, so everything's all working pretty good. Air conditioning's working. I got my parking brake to finally work. That was kind of annoying. I had to spray it down with some penetrating oil, get the ratchet freed up, and then I've just been using it every time I park, and it works fantastic. I need to adjust the parking brake cable. That's super loose, so much that the parking brake light keeps coming on. We need to adjust the rear brakes. I don't think I have them quite adjusted right, so the brake pedal goes down a little bit and then finally catches. I don't think it has any air because I did bleed it out a while ago. We may even come back and do that again. I want to adjust parking brakes. I've got a new air fitting I want to put in, and I also want to reseal my threads for the fittings that go to my rear airbags and see if we can keep air in those. Otherwise, everything past my fittings into the Chinese air block I got, everything past that is leak free, so I don't have any issues there. No rub through lines or anything. I barely drove it, so. And then the other thing I want to look at, maybe kind of partially assembling the exhaust, and I kind of want to go over that real quick. I'll probably do that right now. I'll kind of explain to you what I want to do. Get down all nice and personal with you guys. I might go run to Napa and get another piece of pipe here, but so here's what I got planned. I want to build my own dealio. I'm gonna have to rotate this up a little bit. But here's what I'm gonna do. Some people might not like it, but you know what? Build your own exhaust. So what I want to do is, since my pipes come out this way, comes out here, we're gonna get an elbow that's gonna connect one way or another. We're gonna have to probably angle it. Not sure, quite sure how I'm gonna execute that. I don't want it down like that. I want it, kind of want it tucked up like right here. That would actually be kind of nice. I don't think I'm going to run a muffler on this truck. So we need to find out where to put an elbow. I think an elbow come into here and somehow go into there. So I need another one of those. I might go run an app real quick and see if they got one. But what I want to do is exactly this. I want a side pipe on here. I was going to buy the chrome side pipes, but I kind of don't want to spend $300 to $400 for something that's going to look rusty in 5 miles. Now this I've got a plan for. We're going to paint it in a ceramic exhaust paint, but I'm going to have someone laser engrave some wordage I want on here, and then that is going to be unpainted, so it'll be highlighted kind of in a rust color. Yeah, I still got to put my other O2 sensor in for my wideband, which I kind of don't need because I got the Holly Sniper. But yeah, and then we'll probably extend that pipe all the way down to the wheel and then run it out. And then I think this, I'm going to use a rubber hanger. We'll weld on a little hanger. I know someone was like, you know, side pipes to each their own. That's fine. You don't have to like it. This is, I'm having fun with this build. I'm having a lot of fun. How many clicks? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Something like that. I think that'll be fine. This is not going to be an off-road truck. My off-road truck's right behind me. This one is my hot rod. And I kind of want the pipe to be something like this. I want there to be an air gap. And then yeah, we'll put a hanger, like maybe right here. Just put a piece of rubber, I'll bolt it in, and then we'll weld a little tab on right here. I actually have a piece we could use. Yeah, I've got a piece we can use. We'll make it super simple. If I can get a riv nut tool in there, that'd be fantastic. But I basically just want it to look like this. And then I want this to I'd like that end to go a little bit further. So I think I'm gonna go run a Napa real quick and see what kind of parts they got. All right, I've had a slight change in plans for exhaust. Had to go all over town to get 2.5-inch elbows. I got some 2.5-inch turn downs that are going to be turned sideways. We got some hangers, some nice ones, a couple of couplers, and then some cherry bomb mufflers. Big boys. Ooh. Did we get stickers? Oh. Okay. That turn down is going to go to our header. And then I might put an extension in here, but I think and then we'll take this guy and that's where we're going to need the coupler or a piece of pipe. Get a piece of pipe in there. Probably won't need that coupler. I might not need the couplers at all, but I got them, so this pipe should be, yeah. I gotta clean up this little burr right here, but this will go in there, and we can put our turn down on there like that and weld it all up. I'm not worried about scratching these up a whole lot, because they're gonna get painted on. So, we probably will need a coupler. Okay, let's bring this to where we want it. I want it to be something like that. It's almost with the middle of the door, actually. So we'll move this up. This piece is going to come down a tiny bit. This section might look just a little ugly. We don't have any, it's going to be kind of an uphill, so we're going to be kind of in a, you know, moisture's going to build up there kind of area. I might pop a hole in the pipe. Oh, if we angle this up. Oh, that's just a little tall. So if we angle this up, we can get a small piece of pipe and a coupler, and we can hook this up. I kind of want another stand or something that I can put under here. Definitely gonna have to cut a couple inches off of that. Let's see, can I get this in there without it falling off? So right about where this stain is here, we'll cut it off, or maybe we'll go a little bit further like this. So I want the tip, the very end of the tip to end where this wheel well begins. That's gonna be pretty slick. All right, we're gonna make a 4-inch coupler. That's gonna adapt our header to the actual exhaust. Actually, I'll make it 3 3/4 because I've loosened up that pipe and everything's a little bit closer, so we'll give this a shot. I need to get some stands for all this crap. Doesn't have to be perfectly straight either. Just need this to hold. Here we go. Now, I don't recommend doing this to your truck, but this is what I'm doing. Especially if you live in an area where you gotta go through emissions and stuff like that. I don't have that out here, and well, there's a lot of loud Harleys out here and people with no exhaust. So, at least I'm building an exhaust. I got a new 8 amp hour battery from Harbor Freight. Got a bunch of stuff on sale, it was great. Well, it'll certainly be better than not having an exhaust. Put that in there. Then we slip those two together. Booyah. This thing is perfectly in line with this little inner frame thing and the rocker. So you do have a little bit of a buffer. You're gonna have this, but if you go a little bit further, you're gonna be ouchie. This truck's spicy, so let's continue the theme. Well, I horrifically tacked it all together. I'm gonna grind it all down and take it apart, and because I have someone who's gonna laser engrave a thing on the cherry bomb there. But it's tacked up. We're mounted to the header. I'm gonna cut that zip tie off so we don't melt it. And then let's fire it up and hear what she sounds like. On one side anyways. Kind of had a twist and bend and kind of reform this to the size pipe I got, but I got the bolt to start. So I'm going to attach this all to the cab. I got a nice little lip I can drill through and put a bolt through. And I can get the drill in here, which is also a plus. I was thinking about attaching it to the bed here, but you know, these things flex quite a bit and I don't want to have the exhaust snap completely off because of some idiot move that I made. Yeah, I got that. That starts great now. I'll get a washer. We can get a couple washers on there too. They're not going to be perfect. Like a glove. Okay, this is where the exhaust is kind of sitting. I've got 4 more hangers on the way. We're gonna do one down here somewhere, and then same on the other side, and then another is gonna be right where it comes off the header, so it's supported there. And here's the other side. They're kind of both sitting about the same. Don't worry about the welds. We're gonna be finish welding after the muffler's get engraved, and then after we get our hangers figured out, we'll take it back out. We'll I'll weld everything back together, and we're going to paint it with some kind of ceramic header paint or exhaust paint, and then yeah, that's our exhaust. So I spent about 150 bucks today on everything. But that's pretty much kind of what I was thinking of. It's not, you know, super perfect, but it's probably one of the nicer exhaust systems I've put together with just kind of slapping pieces together. So I just hooked the battery up. I'm gonna fire it up again and see how she sounds and let it run for a minute, and yeah. What's crazy, you can actually hear the fuel pump in this thing. Keys, what I do with them, I don't know. I'll leave them in the truck probably. Well, I don't know what I did with the keys. Let it prime. You gotta let the Sniper EFI kick on, let the pump prime, and then yeah, you can hear that fuel pump. It's pretty loud. I think it likes the exhaust. Damn, Fusion, get out of the way. It's running a lot better with the exhaust now. That's awesome. It's running so much better. My AFR sensor's on this side, so with a full exhaust it can kind of get a little bit more saturated. That's the loudest fuel pump I've ever had. Well, it's running about the same. It's got a little bit of a choppy cam in it, so. Isn't that just sweet? It's so much quieter, I can't wait to drive it. Get all my hangers put in, and when we finish weld everything, make sure it's solid, we can go for a cruise. Yeah, that's a loud fuel pump. And it's being fed by the intake pump from the original EFI system. Running 13.5-ish. I'm just gonna let her idle here. It's definitely running a lot better with the whole exhaust. I love it. That exhaust, you can't see it, I don't think. No, I can barely see it, but it needs to come out just a teeny bit. Fix all that later. Actually, I kind of really don't care. You have to look at both sides at the same time. Remember, it's not an off-roader, so I'm not worried about that muffler being a rock slider. Well, you guys know I got a collection of stickers here. I got a couple to add. Oh no, not the panty dropper sticker. see how long those last. What do we got? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55 extra horsepower. We're probably like 400 horsepower. Well guys, that's gonna end it for this video. All the other stuff that I mentioned, I didn't get to today. I spent most of my time, all of my time, getting the exhaust to where it is right now. I'm waiting on some more hangers to come in tomorrow. Then I can get everything kind of hung up, or at least figure out where all the hangers need to go, so this exhaust will be fully supported and not relying on the headers to keep them hung up on the front side at least. After I get that all situated, I've got someone who's going to do some laser engraving for the muffler. I have something I want to get on there, and then I'm gonna finish weld, grind and paint, and then reinstall, and then we can go for a little drive and see how she sounds going down the road. So with that, I am done for tonight and done for this video. The other stuff I have planned, just little piddly things, I'm gonna do off camera. I don't think it's really all that interesting. Probably won't even bother showing it. I gotta change the water out of the engine. I've been running just straight water to kind of flush everything out, and I'm gonna go ahead and drain that all out and get some green coolant in there, bleed her out, and that'll all be done. And then, well, the next thing that I really need to do, this wheel and tire combo, I'm getting rid of it. Well, it's not gonna be on the truck anymore. I'm gonna keep these around, but I'm doing something different. Chrome steelies, never been my thing. It's probably gonna get a set of black wheels. Aluminum, potentially. And I'm gonna get some new tires. I'm gonna go probably slightly bigger. Not quite sure. Probably like a 31. Not doing 33s. I'm not gonna shoehorn 35s. I like having a wheel gap, so. But I just want a little bit bigger tire on it. And that's a wrap.